Ну что же, продолжаем. Кубок мы отдали шлифовать. Теперь нам пора обратно к жонглеру. Надо придумать хитрый ход, чтобы обидеть его. Это делается так.
Excuse me, officer. Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur, I'll be there.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Ну а теперь в канализацию родную. Так, перед нами 3 двери. Что-то здесь интересного.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Значит, пойдем туда. Будем разбираться с этими дверями.
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe.
Теперь с этой.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Так, скорее всего, нам надо ее как-то толкнуть.
The wall had flaked, and anything once...
Так. Попробовать грохнуть.
It was time for some brutal destruction. Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Значит, нам нужен какой-то рычаг. Скорее всего, вот этот вот. Ну вот, мы двери открыли. Так, сначала посмотрим сюда.
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lakmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Ну что же, мы получили весь расклад. Это место явно подходит для треноги.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Ну а теперь, похоже, дело за алмазом.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant. Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre. anonymously.
Ну что же, в
Do you
Сирию
think
так
I
в
should go to
Сирию.
Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Поехали в Сирию. Вот у нас Сирия. Что нам тут делать? Ну вот и пока понятно. Идем. К торговцу коврами. Берем наш спичечный коробок и показываем ему.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah! Give to me! Give to me! Allah mut!
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no. And again I say, but my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this
Долго будет
meeting?
How
разговаривать.
frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Oltar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was...
And he lost.
He won. You should see...
There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period.
Попробуем зайти в туалет.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple...
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more...
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the sick...
No, that's...
Who put the bop in the...
Yeah, eternal questions. Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him.
The killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on. He wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting. Yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find...
And Ultar is most luxurious.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriance?
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head... $50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy if...
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler... My heart weeps for the
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must...
Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or...
Oh, the delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Так, долго будем разговаривать. Понятно.
See you around, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Что-то мне надо... Как-то мне надо пробраться в этот туалет.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it. I knew the door was locked. I'd need the key to get in there.
Ладно, посмотрим подсказочку. Так, но мне ведь надо получить от него задание какое-то.
There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period. Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with...
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it been steal. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross.
And that's what you've been doing?
No.
Понятно.
See you around, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
Нужен ёршик. Пойдем его искать. Где-то здесь.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush.
Так, ну показывать ему что-то смысла нет, поскольку он говорит только 4 фразы.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
Вот эти фразы он и говорит.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Значит, нам надо искать того, кто нам поможет. Поможет это нам вот этот вот парнишка.
Hey there, young fella. Speaky you the English?
Yes, see, and rather better. My name is Nicho. Welcome to my...
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though Stand the finest.
This is a bustling...
Well, not per se, no.
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brushy based?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe.
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to see
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
What have you got?
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned...
Are you serious?
In dead...
Yes.
...collection. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot...
You may have a point.
Sir, for such a marvelous...
I thought merchants were supposed to be wily and never reveal what they really want.
Bah! I say to merchant, do you understand?
Not really. If I give you the...
I've already told you. I'll help you if you give me the ball. What's it to be?
All right, here you go.
Thank you, sir. People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is it lightens his day, makes it all...
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il-ach il-kalb.
Il-ach il-kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really? So long, Nijo.
Пойдем скажем.
Sir.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
Il-akul kalb?
Filthy. Bad. I'll kill you.
Whoa, calm down. Feet, do your thing. In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. The stand had kebabs dangling from the canopy. As a marketing device, it lacked something. In the still air, the...
Хулиган. Подставил нас.
What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect...
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
I can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justify the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't...
They also serve who only stand...
Oh, spare me. I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Utar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh,
You know how he speaks in pit? That's how he speaks in...
how much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for...
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle...
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves Gussie, think not...
So long, Nijo.
Пойдем ёршик возвращать. Мне тут интересно, мы сейчас нажмем на эту штучку, выйдет батя. И уйдет сразу.
I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios. As I didn't see the point of going all the way over there to get scratched, I stayed where I was.
А ну-ка мы сейчас этого кота, если испугаем. Нет, не получается. Кот не хочет ничего делать. А он должен был скинуть эту статуэточку. Ладно, пойдемте сначала ёршик возвращать.
Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back.
Ну, а теперь в
The manager
туалет.
took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at need much cleaning and detergent before go around my, you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
Берем ключик и идем в туалет. Так, что нам надо в туалете? А надо многое. Ну, во-первых, надо вот этот... Нет, надо как-то ее открыть. Крутится, крутится. Так. Ну хорошо, давайте сначала заберем вот эту вот цепочку.
Oops.
Это зеркало ничего нам не дает. Так. Если мы попробуем этим открыть, нет, не получится. А бумага нам нужна. Она нам потом пригодится. Если уж что-то есть, надо забирать. Так. Чем же ее взломать? Этим? Вряд ли. Этим вроде тоже пытались. Так, смотрим подсказки. Это понятно, что потребуется. Это мы знаем. Это мы знаем, но как-то нам надо снять вот эту вот тут бумажную ленту. Она нам тоже будет нужна. Так, господи, да как же. Тут ничего больше нету. Попробовать ключом открыть ее. Точно. И теперь мы ее забираем. Пригодится. Так, а теперь нам надо деньги, $50 где-то добывать. А добывать их надо вот у этой, вон у этого пацана, который сейчас играет мячиком. Так, сначала мы погладим кота. Потом мы нажмем эту штуку. Опля. Спихнул. Молодец. И теперь нам надо ее подбирать. Помните, я вам говорил, что эта салфетка принесет здесь большую пользу? Честное слово. Я 2 недели ходил вокруг этого заведения, пока не пошел на рынок, который был рядом, радиорынок. И мне один парень сказал, что надо чем-то что-то потереть. Вот. Ох, было весело мне. Ну, в общем, сейчас у меня имеется статуэтка. Мне бы надо ее кому-нибудь попробовать запродать. Ну, наверное, вот этой тете.
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you...
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly...
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Где же наши денежки-то? Где же наши денежки? Что-то не очень понятно.
So, tell me a little about...
Me? Oh, well... My husband and I run a greetings card company.
Собственная компания. Так.
Have you ever heard of a hill called...
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not...
Sounds awful romantic. The bull...
Do you know what Il Akal Kalb means?
My, sounds romantic.
Yeah, I don't think it is, though. Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yeah.
Так. Просто надо...
Are you interested in antiquities?
Am I? What have you got there, George?
How about this fine statuette?
Oh, George, that would be ideal, except, I don't know. It looks new, George. You wouldn't be trying to make a fool out of me, would you, George?
Good God, no, Pearl. Nothing could be further from my mind.
И в мыслях не было. Но если она выглядит старинной, не старинной, сейчас мы ее...
It's been a pleasure, George.
Сейчас
Don't be a stranger.
Сейчас мы ее старинной сделаем, и только при помощи этой салфетки. Берем и
The
соединяем.
grease paint had worked magic. Now it looked like aged marble instead of cheap plaster. Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for. Just one thing, though.
Oh?
It looks awful similar to that modern one you showed me.
Ah, well, that's because... You see, that's because the first one I showed you was a modern copy of this one. And I sought out the artist who'd done the copy and bought the original. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, George, how can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive, believe me. Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it. If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Хватит, милая. Вот он твой муженек. И надо с ним поговорить.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later. Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne. My name's George...
Так. Где же Маня-то? А, вот.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean...
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
And here you go.
Thanks for the money, Dwayne. This'll come in real handy.
I ought to be thanking you for finding this Roman statuette.
Ну, спасибо.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
С тобой тут о многом можно говорить. Но это бессмысленно. Товарища надо заводить. Так, где тут наши денежки-то?
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to...
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain.
50, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging Army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah. Okay, I'll be along in a minute. It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
А может быть, он еще и пригодился.
Hello again, Ultar.
He's most splendid and adventurous.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes. Most assuredly.
It looks like an old army truck.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and you have lost sight of what a taxi...
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit...
Okay already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day. Maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something.
А вот и
Is this any use
полотенце,
to you?
которое нам пригодится.
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in two lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable in...
Ох, и долго он
Stockings might work on a
говорит.
Bentley, but on a truck...
Come along, my friend.
Поехали, поехали. Так, здесь нам надо как-то спуститься. Вот в эту расщелину. Что мы имеем? Полотенце. Это. Но нам надо, скорее всего, какая-то ветка дерева. Насколько мне помнится. Вот она. Так, теперь ее надо соединить.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
И потом ее вот в эту вот расщелину.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point. Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
Так. Вот эта дверь должна открыться. Попробуем туда подлезть рукой.
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no scorpion stung me, for which I was very grateful. But there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand. I took a firm hold of the ring. I tried not to think of death traps, and pulled.
Whoa
Вот и мы
there.
получили. А теперь нас ждет Марокко. Может быть, мы ее сразу пройдем, может быть, нет. Но дверь эта будет очень трудно открываться. Так что приготовьтесь. Будем здесь маяться.
Around the corner, I found the corpse. Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
Ну, давайте сначала обыщем его.
I've done more fun things in my life than searching a corpse, but as my life expectancy wasn't great, I figured I should try every new challenge that came my way. I cautiously flicked open the jacket. Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens.
A very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball. There was nothing else in the pouch. Whatever had been in the bottle had been drunk. Klauser must have died of thirst and dehydration.
Ну, кажется, здесь больше ничего нету.
Bullwhips might be handy for exploring ancient ruins, but they're no use when you're trapped in a cave. Klausner clearly fancied himself as a latter-day Indiana Jones. I searched the corpse. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped.
Шутник. Уходим. Так. Давайте начнем.
Couldn't take the inscription with me. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it. In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay, that would have to do. In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay.
Как это переводится?
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Cita est in ora mundi. Я их осмотрел. Вот теперь будем ходить взад-вперед, их осматривать, пока нас ассасин не навестит.
I couldn't help but notice faint bloody finger marks on the rock, as if somebody had tried to claw their way out.
Да, это понятно, что он царапал дверь. Так. Ну и мы его смотрели.
So much for whips. They're all show.
Тут пусто, тут
I'd searched
пусто.
Klausner once. There was nothing on his body. The bottle was
Тоже
empty.
пусто. Так.
In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
А это ведь Британия.
Okay. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
А если нам попробовать применить линзу? Нет, она не применяется не здесь. Я знаю, где она применяется. Она применяется в церкви. Ну не бочком же мне его тут трогать. Тоже верно. Вот сейчас будем ждать, пока там соизволит товарищ к нам подобраться.
In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay.
Чего окей? Вот и окей. Вот сиди и жди. Смотрите их поближе.
In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Ходим гуляем. Да. Вот и будем сейчас тут маяться. Ни гипс, ни ключ. Вряд ли. Вряд ли.
Maybe not.
Тоже вряд ли. Ну как же их получше рассмотреть? Я уже их 1000 раз рассматривал.
I examined the door carefully, high and low. I looked for levers and rings to pull, panels and buttons to push like in the movies, and found nothing.
Это вообще-то должны были перевести. Должны были перевести. На край света, что-то там на северо-восток, или не помню. Не успел я этого перевода. Может, из-за этого мы тут и тыкаемся.
In occidenta sita est, in ora mundi. Okay.
Окей.
In occidenta sita est, in ora mundi. Okay. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Ну что, товарищ, делать будем?
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Не сможешь, не сможешь.
So much for whips. They're all show. I couldn't do that.
Интересно, если этой штукой смазать, да вряд ли, наверное, что тут можно сделать. Это тоже верно. Ну, открывайся ты, чертова дверь, а. Да, смотрел уже 1000 раз. Как там написано? На стене есть надписи «Странная статуя». Смотрите их поближе. Уж не в 100-й раз мне их осматривать.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Почему просто нельзя их осмотреть? Тут это можно осмотреть, это осмотреть нельзя. Sita est in ora mundi. Да. Или надо просто постоять, подождать. И не двигаться особливо. Хоть записи выключай.
I couldn't help but notice faint, bloody, as if somebody had tried.
Да.
In occidenta sita est in ora mundi. Okay.
Что окей, окей. Господи, я же предупреждал, что будем где-то толкаться.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Да, может ее Клаузнеру показать.
I couldn't do that.
Так, 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 так. Линза, линза. Линзу с бачком. Ну, интересно.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Да. Ну, должен же быть здесь перевод.
In occidenta sita est in ora mundi. Okay.
Ничего. Нет, и карточкой, которая непонятно зачем нам еще осталось. Так, зависли.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Так, давайте-ка выйдем.